Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vorpal Board stream. We're doing a special afternoon stream today, and the reason we're doing it is we're going to be playing the kids game, The Quest Kids, and we have two special guests with us in addition to Dustin from Treasure Falls Games. We have Dustin's son, Grayson, and we have my daughter, Alyssa. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining today.
How's it going? Happy to be here. You say hi, buddy?
Uh,
Hi! Are you ready to play some Quest Kids today?
yep.
All
I
right.
I'm ready, but I'm always ready.
Oh, good. That's a ringing endorsement
Played a
for
lot of Quest Kids.
your dad's game. Yeah, exactly. Cool. So the game Quest Kids is an intro dungeon crawler for kids 5+, and to me that's a really kind of fascinating game because I have young kids and I play a lot of dungeon crawlers. So it seems like you've hit the perfect lane for me as a consumer. But it's currently live on Kickstarter. It's asking for a $15,000 target, and I think you're right about 13,000 with 21 days to go. So right off the bat, Dustin, how are you feeling about the Kickstarter campaign? You feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously, I would like to be funded. We're at 85%. It's a pretty crazy Kickstarter landscape right now. There's some mega projects out there, but close to, yeah, like you said, at 85%, it's great. So I mean, it's my first time doing it, and the response from the playtesting and everything's been wonderful, and I'm happy with the support so far. We have 21 days to go, and I'm pretty confident that we'll get to that 15,000. So
Yeah, I think once you get to that point, it's sort of inevitable that you're going to
yeah,
get to the end.
right.
I think that the trick is just going to be to get funded by the 48 hours left point when all those people get an email saying, "Hey, the campaign's almost over."
Right.
Being able to be to that point, I think, can help you really kind of go nuts towards the end of the campaign. So
Yeah, that's the hope. But no, I mean, it's been a fun experience, a tiring experience, and it's a learning experience, but it's been great.
cool. So it seems like your team. How big is your team on this game? Is it a one man operation, or are there other folks in addition to just your family?
Well, yeah, it's a one man operation in the sense that other than the fact I'm a creative person, but not really too artistic, right? So as far as the art goes, I worked with a great artist named Appelane who's done lots of art for other kids' games, and then from a graphic design perspective, I worked with a local graphic design firm here in Houston who I'd worked with in my previous life as a marketing guy. So, but as far as the design goes, it's really kind of just me from the design and the marketing perspective. So
Very cool. And this is based on a YouTube channel, a kids YouTube channel that has sort of educational and fantasy videos that uses these characters that you're going to see us playing today. And I watched a bunch of episodes of that, and I like it. What are you? Please tell me that you are singing the theme song.
no, once again,
Ah,
I wrote the theme song, but I'm not singing it.
okay.
It is in a style of music that I enjoy, sort of like a punk ska sort of thing.
Yep.
I thought every good kids show needs a good theme song, so that was sort of my approach with that. But yeah, I mean that's really the first idea was the YouTube series, and being a board game lover, that was sort of just kind of going parallel with the series. But then one day, I sort of had this idea of obviously the series is fantasy themed, and I love dungeon crawlers, so just sort of the two clicked because it's sort of the perfect match of the market I'm going after. And I really with the YouTube series, I would love to have something to provide my audience to enjoy the Quest Kids at home in a different way.
Cool.
So
Yeah, it's neat because then, and it's also for folks who haven't seen it, you should go and check it out after watching this. But for folks who haven't seen it, it's actually kind of like little toys, kind of filmed as if it's live action. So there's toys moving around on the screen. There's some stop motion animation.
mhm.
There's some actual movement, and then there's just sort of a lot of really nice camera work and stuff. So the miniatures in the show, I believe, are they're not exactly the same, but very close to those miniatures are a stretch goal of the campaign. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, so the miniatures that I use for the show are very kind of complex things that wouldn't necessarily work for a board game. However, we do have some designs that were done by Game Trays. Actually, did
Oh,
our
okay, cool.
for the Bryce from Game Trays did the sculpts, and it's based on the art from our game, which is a little different than the art from the show. So we had Appling kind of do her be inspired by the show and create the characters in her own way, and then we designed the minis after that. And yes, they are a stretch goal. The idea being a fully articulated, fully painted miniature, but we have some plans maybe to kind of alter that maybe a little bit, perhaps, but we'll see where that goes. To something a little more attainable. For,
Cool. And so the game by default will ship with just some standees. I'm actually zooming in on them now. They're nice and big, which I like. I mean, if you're making a kids game, it makes sense to me to have big, grabbable standees. This is kind of the size for reference. And it comes with 4 of them. And then obviously there would be the upgrade opportunity if the campaign gets to that point, which hopefully it will.
Yeah.
Cool. So the one thing I wanted to ask you about is sort of the dungeon crawler idea, because I do play a lot of dungeon crawlers, stuff like Gloomhaven, any of the Fantasy Flight stuff like Lord of the Rings and Imperial Assault. And that's not none of those games are games I've been able to like do more than just have my kids kind of like play with the minis a little bit. And that's a bummer because like their campaign style, I'd love to play them with my family, but like I already know, okay, well, it's probably multiple years before I'm going to be doing that from a complexity standpoint. Is that sort of where this design came from? Was it, you have kids and you, what kind of dungeon crawlers are your bag? What same stuff or what's your favorites?
No, yeah, 100%. I mean, I grew up with Hero Quest, right?
Oh, yeah.
Most of our generation did, at least the generation of gamers. And I am currently in year 2 of a Gloomhaven campaign. I'm like a level 6 Mind Thief.
Nice.
Zardulu. So no, yeah, I mean, I love dungeon crawl. That's been my favorite genre, Descent as well. I mean, I just kind of all the popular ones I really enjoy. But yeah, it was kind of just stemmed from both. It really was off of the Quest Kids YouTube series, right? The idea, but then just I played Gloomhaven one night and had the idea. It's like, why isn't there an entry level dungeon crawler? Because I bought Mice and Mystics to play with my kids, like when I had a kid, basically. But realizing that I probably couldn't play that with them until, I don't know how he still can't, probably like 8 or 9, a little bit older. But like, what is the idea is to create like really an entry level to both board games and to the dungeon crawler, right? So 5 and up is the age range. So it kind of replace. I'm not talking negative about these entry level games, but kind of replace some of the very entry level games that you're used to playing with your kiddos. Sorry, we got some. Like Candyland or something like that, like very kind of simple. You don't really necessarily need to be able to read iconography, but just a more kind of gamer dungeon crawl experience.
Yeah, so that's neat because in the RPG space, there are some kids, because I did the exact same thing, right? I started looking for games I could play with my kids that I was interested in, and I found one, it's called Hero Kids, and it's like a tabletop RPG system that's super basic. It's a good intro to playing full-on role-playing games, but it's very easy. You roll 1d6 and that's about it. And I feel like this is a nice complement to other, it's not complicated, but it has a lot of the same hooks, right? You're getting new weapons, you're searching for things inside a dungeon. So I think that it's a great intro for people this age. What do you think, Alyssa? Did you enjoy it? You can talk. It's all right.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Cool. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to dive right in and do a playthrough. For folks who have not seen this technology before, this is called Vorpal Board. And the way that we are going to play this game today, we're based in New York, Alyssa and I, and Dustin and Grayson are actually in Houston, Texas. And I have the physical game present with me here. And you can see if I move my hand out here, there's kind of like a video where you'll see the updating image as we go. But then we will scan in components that Dustin and Grayson need, and they're able to interact with us via the web application. So if you've never seen this software before, our goal is to allow people to be able to play games remotely together without any sort of crazy hardware. All you need is a cell phone and your computer. And so if you're interested in looking at this stuff or learning more about Vorpal Board, you can check out vorpalboard.com, and we have a mailing list there. So that's my last plug of the stream. And then we'll dive right in. So the way the game works is we're going to move around this map. And as you can see, there are a lot of these tiles that are face down on the map. And these represent areas that we're going to be able to explore. And as we're exploring the areas of the dungeon, we'll be flipping them over and gathering cards, which we can then use to scare away monsters. And the goal being that we're going to scare away monsters, we're going to find gems and treasure, we're going to gather as many stars as we can, and whoever has the most stars at the end of the campaign, or the end of the mission, wins. But everybody really wins because we're all just trying to scare the monsters away as a team. The one thing that's really neat, I think, that's kind of like an interesting wrinkle of this game, is this whole idea of kind kid cards, which are down here in the bottom left corner. And the idea behind a kind kid card is if you help one of the other players with a scaring away of a monster, you actually get kind kid cards, which give you bonus points and bonus actions, and just sort of little perks, which is a nice way to kind of teach kids to cooperate a little bit more than just be cutthroat while they're playing. So, did I do a decent enough job there, Dustin?
No, yeah, it was great.
All right, cool.
Perfect.
Okay, so do you have? I don't remember if in the rules there was a definite first player who goes first rule. Was there? Oh, really? What was it?
The last person who had an adventure.
The last person who had an adventure, which
That's
is
right.
who has had an adventure most recently? Grayson, have you had any adventures recently?
Well,
He had a 6th birthday party.
yeah.
Kind of
We were trying to like a guy that squashes people.
he's talking about a campaign in the Quest.
Oh, so he recently had a Quest Kids related adventure.
Right.
And then also, we were talking before the stream started, you guys did just have crazy flooding recently down in Houston. So there was, I'm sure, many adventures to be had during that.
True.
So why don't we start with you guys? I think that's totally fine. Grayson, do you want to go first?
So then the one other thing at the start, though, is everybody needs a quest.
Oh, that's right. Yep. All right. So I'll scan in some quests for you. And then we will collect our quests over here.
I got a 3 wisdom in hand.
Okay. And so the way the quests work is they're all a little bit different. Some will be related to the cards you need to have in your hands. Some will be related to things you need to accomplish. Yeah, Alyssa is holding hers up, and I'll hold mine up. So mine is that I need to scare away 2 bad guys. And so at the end of any turn, I can declare that I have completed a quest. And if I've completed a quest, I get to draw another quest. And it's just something that everybody can always be working on throughout the game. It's a way to earn bonus stars as you're playing. All right.
Here's your quest buddy. See? Can you see your board?
Yeah.
I'll take a look at the art here. Very cool. All right. All right, so Grayson, you get to choose where you want to go first.
So do I move his character, or do you guys?
Yeah, you can grab them and drag them around. So we did scan in those standees using the card scanning box. So now you guys can interact with them and put them where you want, and then I'll flip over the cards on our end. It's always a little bit of an interesting decision-making process of how much we want to have be physical and how much we want to have be virtual when we play these games remotely like this.
Cool. All right, so I don't want to take over maybe explaining a little bit of the game, but one of the main decisions is there are 3 different colored dungeon tiles, right? So green tiles are always good, always have something behind you that you would need or be helpful, and then gray tiles are better than the green tiles, but there's also some bad guys lurking, and then the red tiles have the biggest... Yeah.
Bad guys, and they also have the greatest treasure.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yep.
So, G-Man, do you want to go... Where would you like to go? There.
Right.
Here?
Here, yeah.
All right. So he would like to go here.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right, let's see, buddy.
All right, you got plus 2 magic.
Nice. So, buddy, look, what I do is I double click here. Oh, no, I copy. I'm sorry.
Yep, no, that's fine.
Copy. And then drag it over to you. Okay.
Cool. And then yeah, you can make another copy as you draw. So so this is kind of one of those things where it's like we're marrying the virtual and the physical. So Grayson and Dustin will be kind of drawing their cards virtually over there, and then Alyssa and I we'll keep our cards all physical here, with the intent of just being able to play a game far away from each other. Okay, so Grayson went first. I have it lined up so he's below you. So maybe we'll do Grayson, me, Alyssa, Dustin. That's kind of our virtual circle. All right, so I'm Noah, and I'm gonna move on this blue kind of hero-looking character here in armor. There I am. And I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna take a chance, and I'm gonna go to one of these gray tiles, which could and.
No, he didn't, buddy, because look, he went up through Ivy, right?
Oh yeah.
but hey, that's a good reminder. So it's only orthogonal movement, and there's no movement spaces. You can always just go, as long as there's an uninterrupted path, you can move that far. And so as we kind of delve deeper into the dungeon, people will be able to move around a lot. But you can only go through doorways. So you can see that there are walls. I'm kind of zoomed in on them now. And then there's a doorway directly to the left of Grayson's character, Ivy. And then here's a doorway into the dungeon, and then there's a doorway to the right here. So on the board, the art gives you a clear indication of kind of where legal moves are. So, all right, I'm going to take a chance, because why not?
Oh.
All right, so I got +3 any combination of power cards, magic cards, and wisdom cards, and also items. So I'm going to take 1 wisdom, 1 magic, and then Alyssa, can I have 1 item?
Yeah.
We'll have our first item of the game. And the items really are totally dedicated to getting you stars. And the way that the items look, each one is on a little disc like this. This is placeholder art for the moment, so there'll be some art changes on these items. But it tells you how many stars you get. And there's a little bit of randomness to it, that if you get one that's your color, you get bonus stars. This one is not my color. This was green, so I only get half a star with it, and I put it on my board. Yeah, that would be yours, Grayson. Sorry, man. And then there also are a couple of bad items in the item bag, which kind of mixes it up. So there's slimes in there, right?
Yeah. Lurking slimes.
I'm
Don't forget.
going
Lurking slimes.
Lurking slimes, yeah. All right, so you're going to move there? All right, here you go. You want to flip it over? See, can you reach far enough to show it to people?
2
Oh,
of any
man.
combo.
2 of any combo. We're getting lucky with all these. Okay. All right, so go ahead and grab 2 of whatever you want. You're going right for the items, huh?
I'm going to do 1 item and 1 wisdom.
Okay. Very cool. All right, and then it's going to be Dustin's turn.
Ooh, I got one of my color.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Lucky. So you got a purple bag of gold, which gives you a bonus star.
I'll go. I'll be prudent. I'll go here.
All right. You got to live on the edge.
I know.
All right, so +2
2
power. We have gotten, it's almost like I scripted this out for us to just get super powerful right out of the gate.
My turn.
Yeah, it's your turn, buddy. All right, where would you like to go?
Right there.
Right here? All right, going through the door.
All right. Grayson's getting a little bit crazy. All right, let's see what you found. You found the Goblin Girls. Okay, so this is our first enemy. And the way that the enemies work is it'll show you how many stars they're worth if you can scare them away at the bottom. And then it tells you what combination of cards you need to defeat them. So in this case, Grayson needs a power and a wisdom. And he only has the 1 wisdom, and he needs a power. So this is where sharing comes into play. Does anybody want to share with Grayson?
No, just a buddy. What do you say?
Thanks.
Yeah, all right. So Alyssa's going to give up the power, so you can just put that back. And then she gets the first kind kid card. So however many cards you give away to friends, you get that many kind kid cards. So Alyssa earns 1, and that gets her a bonus 1 health.
I'm sorry, it was, what does Grayson need to get rid of?
Oh, he needs to get rid of 1 wisdom.
Okay, got it.
And then I will scan in this card that Grayson scared away.
Cool. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Dad.
And then are you allowed to go, one thing I was going to ask you, Dustin, are you allowed to go over your heart total?
Wait,
Yes. Yeah.
I just forgot something. If you get something with stars, you put it with the 3 stars.
Yeah, look, he's putting it right now.
There you
See?
go. And I'm going to zoom in real close on this art. And so the art does have kind of like that cartoonish style for all the enemies. The enemies look borderline nice. So these aren't enemies that you're really trying to take down. You're just trying to scare them away. So.
But yes, you can go over the heart. It's additional, basically 2 additional stars.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know if it was like a dungeon crawler, one of the adult dungeon crawlers. You can never go above your starting health.
Right.
Cool. All right, so that was Grayson's turn, and now I'm up. And I'm going to move... I'm going to keep pressing my luck here, and I'm going to go deeper. See what I find. Nice. +3 wisdom and an item.
He's moving towards the red.
I might take a chance. We'll see. It's scary in those red tiles, though. There's a lot of scary monsters over there.
And I thought the greatest treasure.
Also the greatest treasure.
Yeah, that's right. The best treasure is for sure over there. So I was lucky. I got one that matches my color, so I got a bonus star as well. And then that's my turn. So Alyssa, you're up. There you go.
I'm moving here.
All right. So you're gonna go for this green one. Here you go.
It is +2
+2 wisdom and an item. Our party is ready to take down. We got to find the Goblin King right now because we could probably take him down.
Yeah, we probably could.
All right.
Finish
needed
my
2 of
quest.
each.
2 of each. That's right. So you have played a lot of rounds of the Quest Kids. I like that.
Yeah, he was my very first playtester when it was on note cards.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Finished my
Make sure that you have 2 of each when you find him.
Yeah, you got to hope that you have it, or else you lose some health. All right. So Alyssa finished her first quest, right, Alyssa?
Oh, nice.
And then you got a new quest, which is just another cards in hand quest.
I need 2 power, 2 magic.
2 power, 2 magic. Okay, cool. All right. So, do you want to play your kind kid card?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay, sounds good. Gonna save that one. All right, Dustin, where are you headed?
I'll come in here with Ivy and check out this gray one up here.
All right, let's see what we got.
Ah, that's my
Nice.
quest. However, I do not have power. Oh yeah, yes I do. Sorry.
Yeah, you do. So this is the Tulk
that's
power,
right.
Tulk gems.
Read it.
No, it was purple.
What?
Yeah, it was 2 purples, I think.
No, no, 2 reds.
No, it's purple. It just looked a little red.
Yeah, it does look a little bit red, but they are those. They're the axes.
Oh yeah.
That's good. We have a rules arbiter, just making sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so this is cool. So when you find something like this, you actually have to spend what it says in order to get the gem. And Dustin has to spend his 2 power in order to get the gem, which gives him 3 stars at the end of the game. And we actually scanned in the gems. The games come with these nice plastic gems. So we can drag him over there. I'm going to show you what they look like because it's not as exciting to look at them in 2D as it is to look at them in 3D. So they're nice. They're big and thick. So, you know, the kids in my house at least are a little bit aggressive about getting these gems. But I like them a lot. Here, you can take a good look at them. And there's 6 of them, and they're of different traits. So there's like a power one and a wisdom one and a love one. But yeah, that's nice. A knowledge one, that's right. And then one note that we didn't make is you can't help each other when you're paying for gems. You can only help each other when you're trying to scare enemies away. So if Dustin didn't have enough, I wouldn't have been able to help him out.
And it would have stayed there on the board for
somebody else to swoop in. Yeah, we've the closest we've gotten to disagreement during the Quest Kids is gem grabbing. So
right.
Okay, so now it is Grayson's turn. Grayson, where do you want to head?
I think I need my gym card.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll scan that in for you.
Where do you want to go, buddy?
Right here.
Right here, the gray one?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll put this over on Dustin's.
I'm sorry, I stole it, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're headed over to that gray one. Let's see what you got, Grayson. Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Chompy the bear.
Oh man,
He's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like his design a lot. He's a bear in a coat.
Right.
And you need 2 power and 1 wisdom.
you don't have any of that, buddy. I don't have any power or wisdom, so I can't help.
I can lend him.
So I could lend him a wisdom, but we need 2 power, and I only have 1 power. So there's no way for us to get him enough, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that means that Grayson loses a heart.
Yeah, so Grayson's gonna lose a heart. You start the game with 3, and then that enemy is gonna stay out on the board for us to potentially go scare away again if we want to. So that's a bummer, but you can always get those hearts back by getting kind kid cards. All right, so where am I gonna go? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep
Going deeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep plodding along. I'm headed over to the.
I want to get.
What?
in there
You need
too.
to get some.
We need to get
Cards.
the dragon before.
Oh, look at that! I've been getting really lucky.
We need to get the dragon before we run out of cards.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so can you get me an item, Alyssa?
Fighting with me. This is. You're not being a kind kid.
there's strife breaking out in the party already. We haven't gotten that deep in the dungeon yet, Grayson. All right, so I got just a half a star. It's not my color, but that's okay. All right, so Alyssa, where are you headed? Are you gonna go into the dungeon? Ooh, the first dungeon delver here. You gotta hold it out.
Legs.
Let me hold it out.
Legs.
Yeah, so there it is. We got our first spider encounter. So Alyssa, you need a power and 3 magic. So I can give you a power and 2 magic. Can anyone else throw in a magic?
What does she have?
She's got nothing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, nothing of value, unfortunately.
You want to give her a magic, buddy?
Sure.
Okay,
So
so
like, technically, at least in the rules, the way it would work is you kind of go around and you have chances like to give 1 card each, right? So
oh, that's smart. That's smart. So then people can kind of decide how many kid
Right.
cards they want. Okay, so let's actually do that, right? So I won't. Listen, I'm not giving anything to you yet. So
and it
Dustin.
would be reverse, and it's reverse turn order.
Oh, it is.
What
Okay,
Yeah.
so
What about Mike?
so I actually would go. I get the first bid. So I'm gonna give you a power and a magic. Okay.
Cool.
So
And now
you-
she needs.
2 magic.
Okay. Do you want to give her magic, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll each give her one magic.
All right, cool. So no, you
3 magic.
3. You're right. 3 magic, but I had given you 1 already.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I need 2 more.
So Dustin gave you 1, and Grayson gave you 1. So what do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I get 2 kind kid cards, and then
They
Dustin
get-
and Grayson both get a kind kid card, and then you take out legs. Good job.
Here.
Oh, nice.
The first bad guy from the dungeon game.
Okay.
Where do I put? Oh.
And for folks who are watching at home, if you have any questions about the game or about Treasure Falls in general, feel free to jump in. We are monitoring chat, so if you have questions, we'll pass them along. All right, so these are the kind kid cards that are used. And then a question for you, Dustin, on kind kid cards. So I now have 2. Is it like a hand that I play them out of, or are they all active and I can activate them when I see fit?
Yeah, you can play as many as you want on your turn. So do you have what are yours that you have?
So I have any, +1 any, and then I have a look at any unexplored dungeon tile. So on my
Yeah.
turn, I could like look at an unexplored dungeon tile and then grab a new power card that I want.
Right. Or yeah, or you could look at the unexplored dungeon tile and realize you need 1 resource and then go to it and use your card.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I
The
use
kind
one of
kid
those
cards
to
are always
find
good.
the dragon. I use one of these
To find the dragon, yeah, I'm gonna try to find the dragon or the Goblin King that we can take down.
We got some kind kid cards here, buddy. Let's see. Okay.
And a dungeon tile.
I mean, we both got looking at any explored dungeon tile, buddy.
Oh, nice. So we all ended up with those. We can start hunting for
I
the
have
big
1
monsters.
house. This is all lucky for big monsters.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So it's Dustin's turn, I believe.
Okay, I don't have anything here, so I'm gonna go down here to this green one.
Yep. Okay. +2 wisdom.
And then I finished my quest, which was to gain 1 Tolk gem.
All right.
And I have a Tolk gem. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this over to the star pile is how I do it. And then
Okay. And then there's your new quest item.
I'm sorry, I already forgot. What did I just get? 2 power?
2 wisdom. Sorry. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. So you finished the quest. Alyssa has finished 1 quest, and I think those are only 2 quests so far.
What do you want to do, buddy? You're kind of low on. You only have 1 magic.
Maybe I want to go up onto the screen space.
Up on the screen space?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. There you go. 2 magic. Very lucky.
More magic.
Yeah, you're just living in the magic right now.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm up. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna use one of my kind kid cards, and I'm gonna look at this tile directly to Alyssa's east here. Let's see what we can see. Ooh, it's a Goblin Girls, and nobody has any power. So I'm gonna then use my +1 any kind kid card to get a power. Yep.
So then we can take out of them.
And that's where I'm going. I'm gonna go deal with the. Oh, that's you. Sorry. I'm gonna deal.
And so real fast. So the idea behind the look at any and the rule book is certainly a work in progress, but that's sort of more of like a memory type thing. So you would put it back down. Like I guess you moved on to it. So but
yeah,
right.
I would have flipped it back over. But yeah, I was gonna go take her out. Yeah. I expected. I was like, oh, I bet you Dustin's gonna call me on this.
No. Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to share with the team that information either.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna take her out or take them out because it's two Goblin Girls. I'm gonna spend 1 of each, and I don't need any help, and I got a Goblin Girls.
Cool.
All right, Alyssa, you're up.
I'm gonna go get something good and go here.
That's smart. Get back out and get some items. Oh, here you go. I'll let you flip it over. What'd you get? 2 magic and an item. Nice. So how did the design process for this go, Dustin? Was it arduous? Like, was there a long kind of playtest period, or what was your kind of mechanism or method?
Yeah, I mean, it was. Sorry, we have some train stuff going on over here. But, I don't know. It's just sort of the main idea of the tiles and the exploration, which is kind of my favorite part of a dungeon crawl, right? Kind of going into new rooms and seeing what's there. Kind of came to me pretty quickly, and then it was just sort of fine tuning it and adding like the kind kid concept and just sort of the things that kind of tied it all together. But yeah, no, it wasn't really too arduous. And then the playtesting really got me some great ideas. Like originally, I didn't have the ideas of the green and the gray and the red, which adds an interesting decision for the kids to make or for the players to make. And then actually, the treasure pull is the most recent and relatively new mechanism, which I think is kind of fun with the individual treasures for each of the characters. So yeah, I think I'll go. I'll go to the screen.
All right. Yeah. See, my problem is I'm missing out on all the green opportunities while I'm over there. So can you move that out of the way? Okay.
I'm back, guys.
You're back.
Hey, welcome back. All right. So another Tulk gem.
Hey.
And this one is 2 magic.
I don't have the magic.
Oh, all right. So we might have a Grayson swoop in here in a second.
You want to go get it, buddy?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, where are you? Here you are. All right.
All right.
I have 2 magic, but I don't want to spend it.
Yeah, well, it's also not your turn yet, so Grayson got to go first. All right, so I'll scan this in, and then you can grab the blue Tulk gem to come over there. All right, so cool.
Blue. There you go, buddy. Look, you got the blue Tulk gem.
You got the blue Tulk gem.
See?
Yeah.
Right.
Pick up.
No, we're not going to pick it up because we're playing everything heads up. And there you go. So that way Grayson can keep track of how many points he has at the end. All right, cool. All right, so it's my turn. Can I have the mouse, please? Thanks. And then I'm going to move. I'm going to press my luck here. I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to rely on the backing of my friends if something bad happens. Double tooth. All right, so we got kind of like a troll giant kind of guy here.
We have no power.
And we have no power anywhere on the board. So I might have thought better of that. So I'm going to lose a heart. Too bad. All right, Alyssa, what are you going to do? Gonna go for the green? Okay, here you go.
2 of any combo.
2 of any combo, and oh no, it's not and. It's just 2 of any combo. Okay, cool. And then, how did you go about, Dustin, making the prototype? Did you work with like Game Crafter or somebody like that?
Yeah, it's actually a combination of game crafters and board game makers, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
But yeah, it was about 50-50.
Okay, yeah. And the oh, you got a power. That's
I
good.
got
2 powers. Oh, smart. Yeah, because the quality of the prototype is really good. So
Thank
I
you.
actually wouldn't have guessed that any of the art was placeholder. So kudos.
Yeah, the treasure tiles are the only ones, and that's my very novice graphic design just done for that. I think I'll jump up here into Tolk's library. So each one of these rooms has a little bit of a story to it that gets explored in the campaign mode.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I can. Oh, any 3 combo. Okay, so I'll get 2 power, and I'll take 1 treasure,
All right, you want to grab a treasure for Dustin and Alyssa?
and then that lets me finish my quest.
Okay.
I'm sorry, was that? Yeah, that was +3. Any? Right? Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yep, you're right.
treasure.
There's your treasure. Cool. Okay, and then you get a new quest. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
All right.
I got my own treasure. Nice.
Yeah, that's lucky.
All right, Grayson, where would you like to go, buddy? You're right here.
I get to see what that right.
Right here underneath you.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right. You ready? Here we go. You got.
buddy. Uh-oh.
Ooh, empty belly.
Empty belly.
Got the 1 magic.
Yeah, and this is one of the silly pirates, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you have 1 magic, buddy, but you need 2 wisdom.
All right, so we go in reverse turn order. So Dustin gets the first chance to give him some stuff.
I'll give 1 wisdom.
All right, so Dustin's going to give 1 wisdom, and then are you going to give 1 wisdom, Alyssa? All right. So you get a kind kid card, and Dustin gets a kind kid card.
I got a 1 of any.
All right, so that's your kind kid card, and then congratulations, Grayson, you took out empty belly, which I like. I was going to ask you about this. I like his name, but he's holding a big, like, turkey leg.
Right.
So, what's sort of the origin of Empty Belly name?
Yeah, he's a character in the Quest Kids show. He's the perpetually hungry pirate. So
Yeah, and he's always hungry.
so he's always eating. So his belly is like, it's almost like bottomless belly, I guess would be a better, more appropriate.
All right, I like it. I like it
Yeah.
because immediately I was like, all right, something's got to be going on with this guy. The empty belly with the giant ham hock or whatever it is.
Right.
Cool. Okay, so Grayson's got empty belly, and now I'm up, and
I'm gonna go take out Chumpy.
well, I'm nervous about maybe going deeper into the dungeon here. I'm gonna come all the way back, and I'm gonna go to this green area right here, because I'm looking for some safe cards. All right, so I got 2 power and a treasure, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you, Alyssa.
Green slime.
Oh, I got a slime.
Uh,
So a slime is just negative stars, and if you happen to get the slime that's your color, it's worth -2 stars. Luckily, I got a green one, which isn't my color, so I'll just lose 1 star instead of 2.
hold yours, buddy. So now you won't get it.
Yeah, now you don't have to worry about it. All right, Alyssa, you're up. Somebody's got to go into that. You gonna go into that dungeon? All right. I peer pressured you into going into the dungeon. So can you take on? Can you take on Double Tooth? Yeah, two of each. 2 power and 2 magic. All right, 2 power and 2 magic. You did it.
Nice.
He's worth 4 stars. That's a big scare right there.
Double 2.
Double 2.
Nice.
Yeah, do you want to show everybody how many teeth you have currently?
Oh, wow.
Not a lot. She's
Really?
What? You want to see? Did you see?
yeah, no front teeth at all.
Oh.
All the front teeth are gone. So
Grayson lost one tooth, right, buddy?
Yeah.
just one so far, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll start losing them real fast here soon.
I lost 8.
Eight,
I
yeah.
have 2 back teeth.
Oh yeah, he has his big teeth growing in behind.
Oh, exciting. Isn't that great? You're going to have a lot of tooth-related excitement to come in your
I
life.
do too.
You do, I know.
Okay.
All right, so it's Dustin's turn.
So I got a +2 treasure kind kid card, so I'll go ahead and draw those.
Okay, +2 treasures.
And then I'll move. I'll go up. Actually, no, I'll go in here. I'll get rid of Chompy because I have just enough.
All right, so we're going to scan in your
2
stuff.
half stars.
All right. And then you're going to take down Chompy. Good. And it's kind of cool towards the end of the game where it's like you got to see if we've efficiently played well enough that we can actually take down everything that's left on the board.
Right.
Dragon is hard.
Yeah, if you get the dragon right at the end, you might not have enough cards to actually take the dragon down. That's happened to us a couple times now. So it is what it is. If that's what happens, we'll do our best. Let's see.
Oh.
All
You
right.
got your treasure chest, Grayson.
And then
All right, Grayson, where would you like to go, bud?
Maybe there.
Right here.
Yep.
So you go through here.
All right. Let's see what Grayson found. Ooh, some Goblin Girls. It's just one of the Goblin Girls. And that makes her a little bit easier to defeat. And Grayson, you need 1 magic and 1 wisdom.
So what do you have, G-Man?
3 magic.
So what do you need? Somebody to help you out?
Yeah.
Let's not move it up there.
I do not have any wisdom to help you.
All right, Alyssa, are you going to help out? All right, Alyssa will give you a wisdom. And that gives Grayson a scareaway of the Goblin Girls.
And I get a kind kid card.
And you do get a kind kid card. Because you're such a kind kid. All right. So there's the Goblin Girls. What, you pick up something good?
I want of any.
All right. Let's take a look at these Goblin Girls. And then are these cards, all the enemy cards are final, Dustin?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
Are you envisioning some future that has expansions?
Yeah, so the idea is that most of the expansions would be the different campaign scenarios. So this game right here, the base game with the Tolk gems, is sort of the game that you could kind of take out and play at any time, just sort of as a standalone quick board game that you could play with your family. But then, once again, being a dungeon crawl fan, the campaign and the storytelling was important to me to sort of also introduce to young kids. So that would sort of be the expansions would be just different campaign scenarios, which introduces new characters, new mechanisms, new cards, and things of that nature.
Very cool. Yeah. And I just I'm always enchanted by like sealed things in board games. So here's an example. It's like a sealed envelope. It's like in Gloomhaven, I get to crack this thing open and find out what's in it. Because I definitely am one of the people who like religiously will not open any of the sealed items until I actually get to them.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at those empty or those closed Gloomhaven boxes for, a year and a half or whatever now.
Yeah.
So
We still have not unlocked a new character, so we're going slowly through it, I guess.
we just had our first 2 retirements actually. So it was exciting to actually be able to open up one of those boxes.
Yeah.
I won't give you any details of what that's like. So it doesn't spoil it for you. Okay. So Dustin's done, and now let's see, where would it be? Grayson's turn.
No, I think Grayson just went.
Oh, Grayson
right?
just went.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so I am up, and I am going to. I'm feeling tough. I'm going to go up, Alyssa. I'm going to go up here. And I think that up above is the treasure room, right?
It is the
Mhm.
treasure room.
All right, let's see what I
Oh,
got.
nice.
Yeah, so this is where you get really good treasures by going into the hard areas. So I got 2 power and 2 magic. So that's pretty nice for me. All right, Alyssa, what are you going to do?
I'm going to...
Try to speak towards the microphone a little bit.
I'm going to play one of my kind kid cards.
One of your kind kid cards? Okay.
The one of any.
Okay, so when you play it, you can just sort of put it over here, so we give you the points at the end.
So I'm gonna get a magic.
You're going to get a magic. All right. And now what?
And then I'm gonna move her.
Okay, you're going for the easy one. Smart.
We're,
We're almost out of easy tiles here, folks. We're going to be... It feels like we might be in a little bit of trouble. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Right here.
I've got 2 powers.
I think your dad has to go first.
yeah.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
go and take this last green one.
Oh, man. The easy days are over. +2 wisdom for Dustin.
All right, where did you want to go, Grayson?
Right there.
Right here?
No, down.
Oh,
One.
sorry, let's drag you.
Yeah, let's move.
Down.
We'll see.
Down. 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 Down.
You can't go here.
Yes.
You can't. You know you can't jump like that. You have to go here first. You want to go here?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the dungeon. Let's see what we got. Oh, the Tulk Gem of Faith. So you need a power and a wisdom, which
Yep.
Grayson doesn't have currently, so it'll sit out there and wait. And all right, so it's my turn. I'm actually going to... I'm going to leave that Tulk Gem there. I could swoop in and take it, but I don't want to spend those cards because I'm going to hope to take down a big scary monster. So
Dragon.
the dragon or maybe the Goblin King. So I'm going to move here. See what I can find. Ooh, Sly. Who's a snake with a big kind of boa constrictor with glasses.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so I need 3 wisdom and 1 power, which I believe I have. I do.
Nice.
So I will take Sly down. All right, Alyssa, you're up. And that actually completed my quest to scare away 2 bad guys. So I'm going to take a new quest.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna come get the gem, huh? All right. All right. So you spend the cards, and here you go. You're the proud owner of the Tulk Gem of Faith.
Faith.
And so we're gonna move the Tulk Gem. You can take that yourself, Alyssa. We're gonna get rid of that one.
I put the purple one.
Might as well finish off this side of the board.
We're just over here waiting for you to come into this dungeon, Dustin.
I'm coming.
All right. +3 power and a treasure.
Nice. So that lets me complete my quest. And 1 card, which is nice.
Okay, so I'll give you a new quest.
This is a pretty intuitive system here, Vorpal Board.
Oh, thanks. It's gone through a lot of iteration. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Because kind of building a generalized system is always complicated. Because we try to make it so it'll kind of work with any game. And there's just so many mechanics to worry about that it's hard to cover every base essentially. But we built it originally to play Gloomhaven, believe it or not. Because as you know, it's hard to get people together for 2.5 hours for every single mission, and
Oh yeah.
it was just my wife and I playing together, and we were like, gosh, we want to play with other people. So I decided maybe I'll try to solve that problem. Okay, cool. So it looks like it is Grayson's turn.
Where do you want to go, bud? You remember you had this look at any tile. So you want to peek at a tile before you jump into one?
Yep.
Maybe see what's lying right here.
Yep.
So
All right,
he'll
so
look
everybody close their eyes.
All right, close my eyes, buddy. No, not you. You have to get to look. Okay. All right.
You see
Are you
it?
looking?
What was it?
Oh, no.
Open them. All right. So do you want to go there or no?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay. All right, let's find out what was under there. Maybe it was a treasure. Ooh, it's a Goblin Girls.
No, you don't have the stuff, bud. That's all right. You can ask for help, though, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so Dustin gets to first bid. It looks like Grayson needs 1 wisdom and 1 power.
Well, does somebody else have anything to help him?
I have some power. Alyssa has some power.
Okay, so I'll give a wisdom.
All right, so Dustin's given a wisdom, so he gets a kind kid card. Okay, and then Alyssa, you could give the power. Do you want to give the power? Alyssa doesn't want to give the power. You
Okay.
don't have enough, but I will give the power, so I have enough to spend. So I'll take the kind kid.
Or else I would just have a single.
You just have 1 card left, yeah. All right, so congratulations, Grayson. You scared him off. What'd you do to scare him? Did you make a crazy face or what?
How'd you scare him? How'd you scare him?
I don't even know
You
what
don't
you guys are talking about.
You just stared at them. You gave them just a dead stare, and they ran off.
Shoot an arrow at the wall and miss them like by an inch.
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
you shot
Shoot an arrow at him, buddy?
Got scared and ran away.
Yeah, shot a warning shot at him, maybe. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that takes care of Grayson's turn, and now I'm up, and I'm still feeling decently strong. I'm going to spend this kind kid card just to get 2 points, and I'm going to go ahead and just keep rolling the dice. Metaphorically, of course, because there aren't any dice in the game. And then, ooh, look at that. The Talk Gem of Love, and I have the resources for it.
Are you gonna get it?
I
If
am
I
going to get
find
it.
that, then I would love that.
You love that?
Because that's my toy.
Yeah, he likes to get the green one.
Sorry, buddy.
I would get the purple.
You got the blue one. You got his. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have played house rules that you can trade Tolk gems if kids would like to have certain colors. That's
that seems like a peacekeeping effort. Yeah.
right. That's perfectly acceptable.
Good.
You would like the purple? Well, you got to find it, I think.
I have the purple. I'll trade you if you get one.
Okay.
Okay, I need to get the yellow one.
Yeah, and then you could trade that one with Dustin. Yeah, exactly.
Which is the Talk Gem of Magic, I think.
Okay. All right, so it's your turn, Alyssa. Where do you want to go?
Mm,
It's kind of weird on our end. Like, we look down at the board, but there's no pieces there. Like the character pieces aren't actually on the board.
Mm.
So you look at the screen to know kind of where the characters are. So playing this, you kind of have to get used to mentally how it works.
My character's not moving.
What? Let me see.
My character's not moving.
Huh. Hey, Dustin, can you try to click on Skylar for me? Oh, you've got her. Okay, and then can you let her go? Sometimes, hold on, Alyssa. Okay, yeah. Sometimes if 2 people clicked on him at the same time, they kind of get caught. But no, we're good. All right, so where are you headed? Oh, you're coming up with me into the treasure room, huh? And I will say that this is all randomly placed when we start, so every mission is different. We don't know what's in these various areas. It's not like the treasure room always has certain monsters in it. Here you go.
I have 1
Oh, nice.
each and 2 treasures.
All right, plus 1 of each and 2 treasures. That's a great find. All right, Dustin, your turn.
All right. I think I'll go right here. And I'm going to use I'm going to go ahead and do this kind kit of 2 treasure.
Okay, can you get me 2 treasures, Alyssa?
And then I'm going to look
And
at
then
this.
I'll get 4 treasures. 2 for me and
2 for you and 2 for Dustin.
Okay.
Yep.
There is a finite number of treasures in there.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and look at this card here.
All right, everybody close their eyes.
Don't look. Okay.
Open
You can open it.
All right.
I'll leave that there. I'll actually zoom back out here.
What
So that's not
was
my. What was I going to tell you? Go ahead and do that gray one.
Well, no, you can't. No, that's not allowed. You can't look at the ones you picked and then choose the other ones.
I'll get the gray one.
Okay, so the gray one. Let's see what you found.
What? You.
Oh,
Oh, I need some magic.
Ooh, so you got a Goblin Girl. And we're going to go in reverse turn order. So, Alyssa, you have the opportunity to give some magic. Do you want to? All right.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
so you're good. You got a kind kid card. And Dustin, here comes your treasures and your Goblin Girls.
All right. Let's see here. Treasure blue. And I got Skylar's crown.
All right. All right, so that was a pretty productive turn for you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stars. All right, so Grayson is up.
All right, buddy. Where do you want to go? You have 2 yellow. Do you want to maybe get this last? Or maybe
Right.
this one?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it a monster?
I don't know.
Can you look at it?
Ooh.
Oh, I did.
Gem of wisdom.
Yeah. It was the Tolk Gem of Wisdom, but I didn't have what I needed to get it.
I
So.
don't either.
You just have one? I
There.
have none. Nobody has what they need for it, so
What?
that one's going to stay.
What is it?
You need 2 wisdom, 2 reds.
All right. So I'm up. And we are in dire straits here. I think we're going to run into a dragon and maybe get into some trouble, Alyssa. So I'm going to go here.
Let's hope it's that dragon.
Ooh, +2 wisdom, +2 magic. I'll take that. And that's my turn. Where do you want to go? And I think, you're probably looking at maybe 20 to 30 minutes per session, I'd say. Depending on the kids' ages and...
Yeah. I mean, the idea is to keep the turns pretty quick.
Yeah, right.
And then movement, there you go. One of my least favorite parts of a dungeon crawler is figuring out how to get places. I mean, it's fine, but kids certainly don't have the patience for that.
Yeah,
so.
movement rules and line of sight, right? So
Right.
No line of sight restrictions inside
Right.
the quest kids. That's smart.
Right.
They can worry about that nonsense when they're older.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave
yeah.
that wisdom gem.
I'm sorry, Alyssa, what?
I'm gonna leave the wisdom gem because I want to use this on the dragon.
Okay, yeah, that's smart. If you want to take a dragon down, you got to hold on to your cards. All right, Dustin, all you.
I mean, I've been cautious this whole time, so I'll get the last gray one.
You are just
Yeah.
sneaking around over there.
Ooh, totem of knowledge.
No, I don't have that.
All right.
There's 2 Tolk gems out there.
Yeah, that's some points out there. All right, Grayson, what are you gonna do?
Where do you want to go, buddy?
Down one.
Down 1? Okay.
All right, let's see what you got. We're coming towards the end here. Ooh, there it is.
Dragon.
The dragon.
Okay.
All right, Grayson, you need some help, buddy. So what do you have? I'll move you out of the way so you can look at it. You know what you need for the dragon, bud?
They have 2 of each.
So you have 2 magic. I have 2 power I can lend.
And then I have 2 wisdom. Alyssa, are you gonna lend anything?
I want to lend.
Well, Dustin said he's gonna lend.
I can move. I can
I'll
do.
lend-
Yeah.
Well, I'll lend 2.
You'll lend 2 wisdom. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
So you get 2 kind kid cards, You can put those back in the pile. And then Dustin gets 2 kind kid cards. Everybody's getting kind kid cards.
I've got
And-
2 of any kind.
And Grayson scares away the 2-headed dragon.
Okay.
All right, so there's the dragon. And then here come your kind kid cards. Yeah, in late game, you got the opportunity to get some quick stars by getting the kind kids. I mean, you can generate a ton of stars that way. So I like that. That's sort of a positive reinforcement of helping out. Not that it's important to win every time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn, and I'm going to, I guess, go down to this corner. We gotta hunt out that Goblin King, everybody.
It is 3 of any combo.
Ooh, 3 of any combo. So I'm gonna do at least 1 power.
1 power.
And then can you get me 2 treasures, please?
Mm.
We're towards the end of the game. I gotta get some stars. I got a purple treasure chest and a green money bag.
Okay.
So, and then I have 2 treasures in hand, so I completed my quest. And I'm going to draw a new quest. All right, Alyssa, you're up.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
going
Let's-
to
Right there. All right.
go.
Oh, here you go. You want to flip it over? Sorry.
Goblin Girls.
Ooh, another Goblin Girls. Okay, so can you take them down?
Mhm.
You can. All
We
right.
need one of
Nice.
everything?
Just one of each, yeah. That's worth 3 stars. Because how many do we have left? We only have 3 positions left. So you're not. This is your last turn. That's all you're gonna get. So do you
And I
want? Do you have any
finished
kind
my-
kid cards you want to spend or something?
This one.
All right, so spend that.
And
And you just put it over here.
I'm gonna get 2 treasures.
You get 2 treasures. That's right. Because you're not gonna get another go. Or you might get another go
Yeah.
if we run into an enemy we
Like,
can't.
should you go get a wizard, like a
A taupe gem. Yeah, that's true.
I got half a star and 2
All right, good deal. That's pretty good. All right, Dustin, you're up.
Okay, since I do have a +2 any combo up here, so I'll go through the door and try that one out.
All right, let's see what you got. Ooh,
There we go.
1 of everything and 2 treasures. So how many? We might almost be out of treasures in there, right? I bet it's pretty close. Yeah, and it's a recent enhancement to be able to deal with non-rectangular shapes and making them transparent, so they can kind of sit on top of things, which has become a benefit for this game.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
Oh,
that's
and-
that's a bad luck.
Oh man. Yeah.
yellow slime.
I didn't get my ability cards here.
Yeah, that's big because I mean we know that in the last 2 cards
It has
the
to
Goblin
be
King
one
is
of the
there.
Goblin Kings.
Yeah. So we all got to be ready to
I hope power.
make really creepy faces, right?
I hope power is.
All right, Grayson.
3 power.
Which one are you feeling, buddy? Look,
I don't
Look, buddy, there's 2 left. Which one do you want to go to?
There's also
down
different
one?
gems.
This one?
No.
This one?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Hopefully you don't find that Goblin King. Let's see. Oh, Peggy.
Yeah.
So Dad,
I forgot Peggy
are you
wasn't
thinking
out.
what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Think that one's the Goblin King.
I am thinking what you're thinking.
Yeah, that is
That
the
one might be the Goblin King. Does anybody want to help Grayson?
So I
I think that
I could throw in 1 magic.
What? Huh? Oh.
It's 1 of each for
I
Peggy.
could throw in power.
Okay.
okay. I'll throw in. So what does he need?
He needs a knowledge or wisdom, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. I can do wisdom.
All right. So I throw in a magic.
3 kind kid cards.
Oh, okay. You give me 1.
I got 2 treasures. Can I play my 2 treasure right now?
No, you have to wait till your turn. There's got to be some rules, Alyssa.
No.
Okay, and that's the kind kid card for Dustin, which I dropped right off the table, of course.
Thank you. Look at any. That's not going to be too helpful, but
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
it's worth a star.
All right, so it's my turn. I know I'm about to run into the Goblin King, which I think is 2 of each that we need. And of course, I'm benefiting from having played this before. But I'm going to play my +1 any, and I'm going to draw a treasure, please. Alyssa.
Dad,
Yes.
did you scan in Peggy and put it in?
Oh, no, that's a good reminder. I need to give Grayson Peggy. Here you go, Grayson.
Here's your.
Thank you. Okay, so there's Peggy. And then I'm going to step on to our final tile here.
Okay.
And move my character. Let's see what we find. Oh, the suspense. There he is.
The Goblin King, buddy.
Goblin King. And I have 2 of each.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's
So
You
There
were
you go.
well prepared for the
I
goblin.
was. I've been holding on to all my stuff in anticipation of taking out the Goblin King.
Which was the last card we took.
Okay, and so my turn's over, and then Alyssa, you're up. And do you have any ability to take any of these gems? I don't think you have the
No,
resources.
I don't have either.
But you can play your kind kid cards. You can play as many as you want.
Okay. I'll play this
Okay.
and this.
Okay.
Oh, the
What is the-
boo.
What are
So she has a pile of kind kid cards over here that are unplayed.
Oh, the boo.
Extra turns and stuff?
She's got 2 +1 eddies and +1 health and +2 treasure.
Well, shit. If she has a +1 any, she can get.
Yeah.
I have 3.
You have 3 +1 ennies, so get some ennies and go buy one of these
I'll
Tulk
do
gems.
these.
Yeah.
One of them.
And then you get into health, which is worth 2 more stars.
Yeah.
And then so you can play that, yep. And then you can
I'll
get
do
2
the
treasures.
So
All right,
I'll
so
do one of
one of each.
everything.
Okay, and then you get 2 treasures. Yeah, you've been sitting on those kind kid cards. You were so kind to everybody, you forgot to use them.
And
2 treasures, and then which of the gems are you interested in? The yellow gem or the red gem? You can afford both, so it's your call.
I've got neither of my things, but
Cool.
I've got 3.
You got a bunch of stars. Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I think I'm going for the yellow.
You're gonna go to the yellow gem. All right, we'll go ahead and move Skylar.
I'm gonna
Oh, you right clicked there. There you go. Left click. All right. So you got the Tulk Gem of Knowledge. Here you go. Or 3 stars, and now it is Dustin's turn. Dustin, are you able to pick up that last Tulk Gem?
I am actually, because I have a +2 of any combo right here I had not used.
Sweet.
So I'll go ahead and use that for 1 wisdom and then 1 treasure, if there's any left.
Grab a treasure.
There is a single treasure left,
I don't think any plug-in.
and it is
That's not good.
the purple bag.
Okay.
Okay, and I can grab, that was the wisdom, right?
Correct. Yep. And I just gave you your treasure, which was a purple money bag. And here's your Tulk Gem card, and then that's it. We actually cleared the whole board.
Yeah,
We did.
nice.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that team. So
Yeah.
how often does that happen? You know, because we've played some rounds that we have not cleared the whole board.
Yeah, it really just kind of depends on the decisions, like when certain cards land, right? Because if you get a +3 any ability and you realize at the very beginning, you might not realize what resources you're going to end up needing later on.
Right,
But
yeah.
I would say that most of the time you're able to. Very frequently has it been, or infrequently has it been, a bunch of cards left on the board. So
Cool.
yeah.
All right, so there's your Tulk Gem. Okay, so then the way that the scoring works at the end is kind of just as you would assume it. You look at all the stuff that's on your player board, so completed quests, kind kid cards that you've banked, and then items that you found, and all of the enemies you've scared, and all of the gems you found, and you count up all the stars that you have. So listen, do you think you can count your stars? Or need some help?
I think I'll need some help.
All right, so I'll go first because I think that you're probably ahead of me. So
And- And real fast, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but we actually developed this sort of scoring sheet. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like a coloring sheet that there's like a scoring sheet that you can kind of like add up the different. Grayson, hold on, buddy.
I made you really big so we can
Okay.
now see it. So that looks
I
good.
don't know if it looks backwards. I guess it's not backwards for you guys, but basically it just takes each of the different scoring categories and lets you kind of practice your arithmetic for the kids,
Cool.
and it sort of makes it an easier way to sort of figure out your score at the end.
And I like that it's a coloring page too.
Yeah,
That's neat. Yeah,
that's
very
the idea.
clever. Okay, cool. So we'll buzz through scoring and then we'll just
Cool.
see.
And
Do you need to step away for a second,
Yeah,
Dustin?
I'll be right.
No problem, man. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna count up at the end. I'll go first. So I have 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 13, 16, 18, 22 here. Plus 4 more is 26. Plus 2 more is 28. And then I have 28 and a half, 29 and a half, 30. Minus 1 is 29. 30 and a half, 31. 31 stars.
Okay.
All right, so Dad's in first place with 31 stars currently.
Of course you're in first place. You're the first one who counts.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's an astute observation. Okay, so let's take a look at what you have. Did you get all of these quests?
This one I did finish.
Yep.
But I didn't get to do it.
Okay, and then you finished this one too?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 4.
4.
And then 6, 8, 10, 12. And then 13, 15, 17, 17 and a half. Ooh, minus 2. That one's a bad one. So that's 15 and a half. Minus 1, 14 and a half. 15 and a half. 16 and a half. All right, so you're at 16 and a half so far.
And you round up.
Oh, you round up. All right, so we're at 17. And then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27, 30, 31, 35, 39.
Who did he
Nice.
count?
So I had 31 stars, and Alyssa has 39 stars. So
39.
Alyssa's now in the lead. All
Who
right.
got 49?
Alyssa has 39. Do you want to count yours next, buddy?
39.
Want to
Yeah.
count yours?
Yeah, and you can maybe just sort of like delete stuff as you go, maybe, and
Okay.
then that'll take care of it.
All right, so I don't think you ever finished this quest, buddy. So we'll go ahead and delete that. So stars, or hearts, I mean. You had 2, 4 hearts, because you lost 1. So we'll just go ahead and do, that's 5. I don't know, did you not get much treasure, buddy? I don't think you got any treasure. 5, 8. There's your big dragon, so that's 13. Goblin Girls 16. Goblin Girls 18. Empty Belly is 21. Tulk Gym is 24. Goblin Girls is 26.
All right, 26.
26. And then Crash up here. Crash did get some treasure, so he's got half. Another half, so it's 1. Wait, did I just delete? I think that was my bad slime, right?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I
So,
didn't notice it, but yeah, I think it was.
so that's it. So all right, so add. I think it doubled up there. So that's would be -1. All right,
Yeah.
so -1.
Okay.
1 half. So it's 1.5, 3.5, 4, 5. I see what it is. Okay, gotcha. 7, 7. Okay. Let's do my heart here. 7. So it's 9, 11, 13, 15. That doesn't have a star on it. That one does. So it's 16. I finished that. So it's 19, 20, 21, 23, 24. 26, 28, 31, 33. How much did you have?
Alyssa had 39.
36. 36.
All right, so 39, 36, 31, 26. 26, 28. I can't remember what Grayson had. So it's pretty close.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it seems like if you're able to get some good treasure draws, that can really make a difference.
Yeah.
I got 2 slimes.
Yeah, you did get 2 slimes, so you would have had over 40 if it wasn't for those slimes.
Yeah.
So a little bit of bad luck. Cool. All right, so that's a playthrough of the Quest Kids. I'd say playthroughs are generally faster than that. 1, we're playing it remotely, of course, and 2, we're just sort of chatting the way as we go. But our playthroughs have been, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes, generally speaking. So as a reminder for folks who are in the stream, this game is currently on Kickstarter. I posted the link into chat so you can see it there, or you can go to Kickstarter and just search for the Quest Kids. You can find a lot of Dustin and his team's content on YouTube, on their kids show, and then also there's links to the Kickstarter from there and to their website where all the details of the game is as well. You have 21 days, so 3 weeks, to back the Kickstarter, and I would guess that probably in the next 4 or 5 days you're going to go over the funding goal. So fingers crossed. If you haven't backed yet, that would be a solid day. Is there anything else that you want to make sure folks know, or know where they can find you, or anything like that?
No, I mean, you covered it. Yeah, I mean, we're on Facebook. Actually, we do have a Facebook fan page if you want to join that. We're giving away a copy of the Quest Kids for every 75 new members.
Great.
So we've given away, we have 300 in there now. So we've given away quite a few games, 4 games, I guess. And it's just fun. And kind of that's where, we kind of talk more about the design and a little more casual in our discussion of the game in that fan group, if you're interested in joining that. And you can find a link to that on our Facebook page, on Treasure Falls' Facebook page. So.
Killer. All right. And then how is it playing the Quest Kids in this system? I always gotta try to get some feedback from people at the end.
Yeah, no, I mean, as I said, kind of in the middle of it, I thought it was really pretty intuitive. And it's interesting also just thinking about it, because when my son got home from school, I was like, trying to explain what we're going to do. And he's like, why don't they just come over here and play? And I'm like, well, they're not in the same city. So I was like, so I kind of put on his level, saying like Graham's his cousin that lives somewhere else in Texas. Like, so in theory, you could play with Graham every night, So it's kind of cool that you could do. And it was really pretty intuitive, since it is a simpler game with simpler mechanics, that it lends itself nicely, I think, to kids' games, the system. So
yeah, once things get really crazy, if you're playing like a worker placement game and you got pieces all over, it's a little bit more difficult. But for a game like this, where it's not a lot of dice rolling, it's just moving around and stuff, it's a pretty good match. So thanks so much for coming on and sharing your game with us. I wish you guys nothing but super good luck in the remainder of the campaign.
Thank you,
and, Grayson, happy birthday, buddy. It was really nice to meet you. Thanks for playing with us.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you. Congratulations on your win.
Oh, yeah, congratulations. What do you say?
Thank you.
Did you have a good time? All right, great. All right, cool. So everybody check out the Quest Kids. As far as Vorpal Board goes, we'll be back streaming again probably next Tuesday, where we're going to be streaming Camp Pinetop, which is currently on Kickstarter as well, and a really neat kind of worker placement, movement optimization game about getting merit badges.
Launched the same day as us on Kickstarter.
Yeah, I'm sure you kind of always know who else is out there.
I've been supporting a lot of them too. There's
right near playing with a crazy person. I can't cry. He's so weird.
What? I'm not really sure. No. Camp Pinetop looks great.
Yeah, it's very neat. So we'll be playing that one on Tuesday, and then I think we're actually, this is just sort of like in the seed of an idea stage, but we're going to be starting a Descent campaign actually as our regular Tuesday stream for a while here with the development team. So
cool.
For folks who are interested in dungeon crawlers, specifically that Fantasy Flight kind of style, we're going to be playing that every week. So you can come check it out. And thank you to Dustin and Grayson. Thanks to Treasurefall Games, and good luck with the rest of the campaign.
Thank you.
All right. Good night, good evening, everybody.
Thanks. See ya.